Don't forget to check out and grab your copy of our two newly released books, Football: A Love Story and What Did Football Teach Me? These books feature over 100 stories from current and former coaches, players, executives, and entertainers from across the football landscape, describing what got them involved in the game, what they love about it, and what life lessons the game taught them. You can find your copy or order your copy from our website at footballgameplan.com/books.
What we do here is go back.
Welcome to footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Emory Hunt, the czar of the playbook. Bring you our 2016 NFL Draft Grades video for the Green Bay Packers. We're going to take a look at every last draft selection they made, as well as some undrafted free agents that you want to keep an eye on. Green Bay had defensive issues last year, more in particular within the front seven, and this was evident by 4 of the 7 picks going to the defensive line and to the second level. Blake Martinez and Dean Lowry should provide good depth on defense. Offensive tackle Jason Spriggs out of Indiana moves extremely well and is an above-average athlete, and he does provide swing depth at tackle. It seems like Kenny Clark out of UCLA was a forgotten man after last season. Clark is an outstanding and disruptive defensive tackle that shows the ability to play the run, take on double teams, and whip guards one-on-one consistently to get to the quarterback. He'll pay immediate dividends for the Packers. Kyler Fackrell is yet another solid defensive prospect coming out of the Utah State program. He's a bigger backer with movement skills, and I think his game is very similar to Nick Perry. Fackrell uses a great one-arm power rush to collapse a pocket and should do the same in Green Bay. At a second-round grade of Kyle Murphy out of Stanford, higher than the fourth-round grade I had on Jason Spriggs, whom the Packers took in the second round. Murphy can excel at either tackle spot and is much more of a polished pass protector than Spriggs, in my opinion. His game reminds me a lot of the Vikings offensive tackle TJ Clemmings. This, in my opinion, was a steal for the Packers. Geronimo Allison out of Illinois was the star of the East-West Shrine game this year. All week long, he made spectacular catches and stood out to me the most. Now, what stands out to me the most about his game on film is his route running ability and his ability to sacrifice for passes. Both give him an outstanding chance to stick with the Packers. Quarterback Joe Callahan out of Division III Wesley, a football game plan preseason D3 All-American, put up monster numbers for the Wolverines, and Callahan throws have above average velocity on them, and he excels in the short to intermediate area and is also athletic enough to make things happen once the play breaks down. I think he has a great shot to be the number 3 quarterback for Green Bay. I gave the Packers a C+ for their draft. They drafted for depth, which I completely understand considering how well they usually draft, so there's not a lot of spots on the roster per se, but I thought they missed out on some better prospects in the middle portion of the draft. But in my opinion, the Clark, Murphy, and Fackrell picks are definite slam dunks.